Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Last Minute Rundown. I'm Deviant Dario.
I'm Infinite One.
I'm Jin. How's it going?
Yes, and today we're going to be talking about The Boys. This kind of came out of freaking nowhere, but I love it. Oh my god, I'm actually a huge fan of the show, and I know I'm slowly getting you guys caught up. Slowly. We're getting there. But I'll basically fill you in. So we got so from what I understand, it's a battle royale, right? It's just it's
just them first. Yeah.
Okay, so and as far as we know, they're sticking to the series version, not the comic book, because they mentioned Translucent. And for those who don't know, the comic book, Translucent's completely original. He's not even from the comic book. They originally had someone else called Jupiter Man or something like that, but that's another story. So this is gonna be a weird one to explain. So as far as I know, it's gonna be just a goof video. But you know what? I want to have fun with it. I want to do this, so let's do it.
All right, let's get it done.
All right.
Prepare to be talking to yourself for a couple.
All right.
For a couple minutes there.
All right. So first up, we got what was it? First up, we got the big guy himself, Homelander. Who's basically rip off of Superman, minus the weakness to kryptonite. As far as we know, he has no weakness at all that we've confirmed.
This is the public.
Yeah, basically. Well, his only real weakness is the fact that he is a fucking psychopath. There is a lot, and I mean a lot, wrong with him. Like, my God. I mean, to be fair, I want to say you can't blame him because he was literally raised in a goddamn testing tube, but I don't know. The shit that he has done is just, for starters, he literally he, like Superman, he has the laser eyes, and that's literally all he does. He is so goddamn lazy with his fighting. He doesn't even attempt to, like, punch or blah, blah, blah. He just laser you. Aha, you're threat laser you. I know. I'll admit, it makes sense, realistically speaking, but...
So he's literally an adult Brightburn character.
Oh, yes. Yes, exactly. I think there's even a YouTube video when someone just did... I think they just had a what-if between Superman, Homelander, and the Brightburn kid. But yeah, and... He can fly at ridiculous speeds. As far as we know, he's faster than I forget what type of jet they said. But he can go like around like
the 71 Blackbird.
Yes, so he can go as
faster than the Black.
He can go faster than Mach 10, something like that. He can kill anyone within a second, which we've pretty much gone over, and that's pretty much it. So he can literally wipe the whole floor with everyone. But at the same time, they did mention that they have something specific for him, so he might be on the side or whatever. So we'll just leave that be for now. And let's see, next person, the Deep. Basically, Aquaman if he's a rapist.
He almost fucked the dolphin. Almost.
We don't know what he's done. If
it wasn't for the cops, he would have succeeded.
Yeah, that dolphin. How do we know? He's been in the ocean. They let him do whatever he wants. How do we know he's
been in more holes than he should have.
Oh, yeah. Including the Mariana Trench.
I think I just killed Jin.
Jin, come back to the light.
I really think I just killed him.
Okay. Alright, I think I'm good. Alright, continue.
Alright. Like Aquaman, like Aquaman, he can talk to any aquatic animal, base fish, whatever. And he has gills, so he can breathe underwater with them like any other fish.
That's why he can talk to tuna.
Yeah. Oh no, they actually show his gills at one point. I know you guys haven't caught up yet, but yeah, it's interesting. For those who are caught up with season 2. All right. Where was I? Okay, so enough with him. Next, Black Noir, basically the Batman, I guess, of the franchise. He's basically a ninja who doesn't really talk at all. He just doesn't talk. and he got shit done. And now that we know that he does have a healing factor in season 2, but that's basically it.
So wrecks everyone and leaves.
Oh yeah,
Roman
but
Reigns.
he yeah.
That's literally his new shirt.
Oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, that's why I said it.
It literally just says "wreck everyone and leave."
Nice. So yeah, he's pretty straightforward. Next one, Translucent. Like I said before, completely original character, not from the comic book.
So Black Noir is Roman Reigns.
Black
Translucent?
Noir is Roman Reigns. Yeah, I'll go with it.
Yes.
What was this?
With Congress. Anyway, continue.
All right.
I had to get that out.
I don't blame you. Translucent. Also, as far as we know, a rapist, because he's always naked in order to use his power fully, which is not to go invisible. His skin turns into this metallic carbon-based shielding that's like his name. It's translucent.
They must be drinking a lot of Fanta if they're all rapists.
Wait. What was the drink that they were constantly showing in season 2? I think you might be onto something. I'll get back to you on that.
Let me know.
Don't you wanna Fanta?
No, it wasn't Fanta. It was one of those off-brand.
Fanta?
Maybe it was a reference to Fanta. Whatever. I'll get back to you on that.
Real quick.
What?
That story. I was out with my friend and Soapy at Target, and we saw a thing of Fanta, and I started singing the song, and I'm like, Fanta, don't you wanna? And I'm like, rape. And the guy in the aisle, the guy in the aisle just laughed his ass off. So that's why I said something. So it was their favorite Christmas.
You made somebody's day. Yeah. Translucent. Skin is basically bulletproof, even to the point where they even tried taking the same molecules of his skin and form into a bullet to try to pierce his skin. And it didn't even work. The only way they could kill him was shove a bomb up his ass and boom. Which a lot of people question, why did when he was invisible, when he blew up, why did the skin itself shatter from that, since it was blood from the inside? You know what? I don't think it really matters at this point. Maybe he wasn't at full strength. He had his guard down. He probably didn't even think he was going to blow him up. So that's his fault. Who else? Maeve, Queen Maeve. Almost forgot. Queen Maeve, the Wonder Woman of the group. Not thousands of years old. Basically, normal person. I think she's probably like in her 40s.
Name.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's pretty straightforward. She doesn't fly. What?
For a minute, I thought you said queef maid.
No, Queen. Queen queef maid. Oh god. Just gave me wonderful images.
That's why I'm like, that's an interesting name.
Not at all. All right. All right. Let me get back. I'm gonna lose my focus. Stop it.
Sorry.
I normally have notes in front of me, but I don't. This is all on top of my head. Stop. All right. Queen Maeve. Super strength at the point where she can just lift a guy up with a hand and just snap their neck without even trying. I'm not sure if she is bulletproof, but her suit is. We've never clarified if she could take a bullet, but granted, if she's probably durable enough if she's prepared for it. She can definitely take a aluminum bat to the face with.
I'm gonna go ahead and say she probably can.
Yeah, she is durable enough. We don't know how durable, but durable enough. Doesn't fly. Doesn't have really any other special ability. It's just basically super strong. I'm not sure if she has super hearing or is no really known supervision or any other enhanced senses, but just basically strength. Who else are we missing? Oh yeah, and the new member, Starlight, the lovable Christian superhero from.
Sorry.
I forget where she's from, right? Damn it.
Starlight, Star Bright.
Basically, the star girl of the franchise. I feel so sorry for her.
So why?
Just okay, but really quick, just basically about her powers and abilities. She basically can control, basically can illuminate and throw light, and excuse me. And I know it's kind of vague how that works. But it's very powerful. Aside from that power, she has very unique super strength. Probably around close to, if not at Queen Maeve level, maybe a little bit stronger. Has taken two high caliber shots to the chest in the same spot.
And got up like it was nothing.
Oh yeah, and was bleeding from it, but the next day was like whatever, maybe
Fine.
leaving
So,
some bruising.
Maybe she has a healing factor.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a very small one, but I think all the soups have a very small healing factor. If anything, it's just not exactly a super healing factor, but like their white blood cell count just works faster because of the compound V being in their system. Like even A-Train. Oh yeah, we forgot about him. A-Train, the Flash version, the Flash of the group.
I prefer to forget about him.
Wait, hold on. What's his name?
A-Train.
A-Train?
Yeah.
And no, not Albert.
That's where I was going.
I know that's where you were going. That's why I stopped you.
Wow.
All right.
He saw that. Wow, he saw right through you, man.
You did,
Almost like it was translucent.
Oh!
I'll leave.
Bye. All right.
Infinite has left chat.
Get atomized by A-Train. Like frick, like that reminds me. Jesus, that poor girl. So the first time we even see A-Train, he literally goes right through a human. Poor Robin, the girlfriend of the main character Huey, and just literally nothing. It's just juice, freaking liquefied, with a little bit of spine. And he's fine.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
And this is all just so he can just pick up his drugs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Woo. And I forget let's see. I think they clarified that when he's on the V, when he's on an extra boost of it, he can go around Mach 9 or Mach 10, but definitely past the sound barrier. They proved that when
fuck Speed Racer, I could do this better.
Yeah, right. They actually even showed it in an episode when he was doing the race with Shockwave. Excuse me.
Don't act like you act like you know the name because no one really cared about that.
Yeah. Well, I just remember it that one time because I don't know, easy name to remember. Shockwave. Actually, even comes back for a little bit in season 2, so I just kind of remember from that.
Isn't Shockwave a Transformer?
Exactly.
Yes.
That's another reason why I remember.
Yeast.
I think that's it with the 7. So it's basically the 7, and they're going up against the boys. So this is where it gets weird, but I'll just run through it really quick. The boys don't have powers. But except for one specific one, Kimiko, or the female, and she got it because her village was raided by this terrorist group known as Shining Light, where they basically were looking for child recruits. That messed up world.
Child military.
Oh yeah, and around that time they actually got a hold of some Compound V and were experimenting with it, and they gave it to her, and giving her basically superhuman strength around, I guess, Queen Maeve level. Granted, she fights viciously. Like, she doesn't punch; she will just rip limbs off, take your head off, snap bones. She does not care.
Your inner vicious. Brooklyn came out there.
Oh yeah. And what else? Oh yeah, and does have a healing factor. Takes a while, especially if she takes a lot of damage, but can come back after like a good couple minutes. Even then, probably has to rest a bit if she gets seriously injured, like limbs missing, but is able to get it back after a long period of time. She'll have to rest, but she is quite strong. And that's really it with the superpowers based stuff. And I know they're not going to refer to the comics where where all the members actually do experiment with the Compound V, but
they might pull some BS and be like, "This is what happened in the comics," so we can assume that they did this and that. But if they have Translucent, which is a made up character, and they're promoting the Seven with Translucent, then we can assume that they're going to use the TV version of the boys, or the Amazon version.
So I have a question. Is this all of them
the boys
in like one battle royal?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Okay.
Right. It was like kind of vague though because yeah, well, I don't know. They didn't even give like good backgrounds at the same time. Like that's why I said earlier this might just be a gag episode. But you know what? I still want to have fun with it. So
yeah, of course.
So what else? And the rest of the members. Oh yeah, the leader, of course, Billy Butcher. He doesn't use powers, but granted, he has some background and he has some military training. So he has seen his fair share of combat and has utilized it in some of the operatives that he's been a part of. Granted that the boys themselves are actually a CIA operative at first, before they became more of a underground Black Ops continuation on their what do you call it? I guess just rogue units. There's another word for it, but I can't think of it. But yeah, he's leading them, and you got Frenchie, who's a weapons specialist and a bit of a demolition expert as well. He's funny.
Frenchie
it takes a while to get used to his accent, but it's worth it at the end. Otherwise, turn those subtitles on.
As well, it's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah. And I would imagine he would definitely want to mess around with the V, because I think they even mentioned in the show that once he would get his hands on something, he wanted to experiment it himself. So yeah. If anything, in the show, he might be first to play around with it.
If he hasn't already, because you just said.
Yeah, I'm not even sure yet. What else? Oh yeah, Huey, kind of just there. Poor bastard. He just kind of caught in all this mess because A-Train went through his girlfriend.
Poor bastard.
Poor Robin. But yeah, and who else? Oh yeah, and MM, Mother's Milk. Yes, that is his birth name. Why? I don't care. Don't ask him. He will just hurt you.
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been Mega Milk.
True. This is true.
Magnesia.
Look in the comic book. His mother might as well be Mega Milk.
That will definitely give you the runs.
The mother is Mega Milk, actually. Now that I think about it.
Super fighting.
Same thing. He's might have some OCD, but he's very careful and he's a very loyal friend. And my God, he can hold his own too.
Well, didn't they say he was like a family guy, like family man?
Oh yeah, it depends. Once again, comic a little different from the series, but he is a family man in this one. I think he has a daughter, or just a wife in the comic book. I forget. But they do emphasize it. They do mention how they show his family actually in the show. But yeah, there's very little in him. Like, that's really it. It's basically just history and backstory. No other real abilities. They all know how to use firearms. They're Black Ops operatives. So that's really it.
That's kind of their job.
Yeah, it's literally their job to keep tabs on the soups and make sure they don't go out of line. If they do get out of line,
put them back in line.
Yeah. So realistically, who would win? The soups, honestly, unless they pull a thing where Starlight ends up joining the boys, and then that being said, they have a good edge because her alone could probably take on most of the 7.
Yeah,
Translucen's gonna be a different one unless there's blood flying all over the place. Then he's basically covered in it, and then that's the only one he would be seen. And hell, that's literally how they beat him. Butcher took the hit and then just spit on his spit blood on Translucent's hands, and it was able to see him. It was honestly, it reminded me of that one fucking episode of Dragon Ball when Goku was
Master
fighting,
Roshi and
when Goku was fighting the Invisible Man.
No, it was Krillin fighting him.
Oh, was it Krillin? I thought it was Goku.
I'm like 90% sure it was Krillin.
I'm pretty sure it was Goku.
Sure.
I could have sworn it was Krillin who. I'm gonna just say it. How they beat him was I think it was Krillin who pulled down Bulma's bra so her breasts were showing, so Master Roshi would get a massive nosebleed, and the nosebleed would get all over the Invisible Man, revealing where he is.
Oh God.
Anime. 80s anime. 80s kids anime.
Dragon Ball is weird.
Nobody watched Dragon Ball.
I didn't.
I did. It took me a while, but I watched it. Heck, I watched GT. That's right, Fight Me.
I watched GT too. Listen.
I didn't like it, but I still watched it.
GT is not a well done series. A Steak is well done. GT, kind of garbage.
No, basically. All right. So back to the discussion. Like I said, unless you Translucent, that's the only way you're gonna see him. Queen Maeve might have difficulty taking on Kimiko or Starlight if she pulls a 180, and
I hope she does.
That's really I could think of, and I don't know what they're gonna have Homelander do. Homelander can literally just laser through everyone if he wants.
Exactly.
A-Train might be another story because he's very fast. Obviously, he could actually rip through half the boys, honestly, if he wants.
Probably.
Unless that's assuming that none of them are prepared. But even then, I can't see them. I can't see any defense against that they've utilized. So I don't know. I guess that's really it. It's kind of one sided, but who knows what they're gonna do with it. I know you guys really haven't seen the show, but did you have anything to add to it? Nope.
Nothing.
All right. All right, so that was me just talking about The Boys. So thank you guys for thank the listener, thank the viewers, and my friends here just listening to me rant. But
I got one.
Do it.
What was it? Let me think. Shit. Secret's out. I have a smell you later fetish.
Ha! We called it. All right. All right. So thanks again, and yeah. All right. So thanks again, everyone. I'm Deviant Dario.
I'm Infinite One.
And I have a okay. And I'm Jin.
All right. And thanks again for our bullshit. Bye.
All right. Take care.
Bye.